Hi guys, welcome to my channel and welcome to a new video. And today we're gonna look at my November Shop My Stash recap, where I'm gonna share with you how much I've used the products that I've put in my Shop My Stash for this month, and we're gonna kind of look at them, go through them, see if I've used up some of those products, and just chat about these and just chat. If this is your first time here, hi, my name's Sasha. I love indie makeup, I love colorful makeup especially, and I mainly focus on eyeshadows and like the eye makeup. So if that's something that interests you, I will be very happy to see you here again. So for this video, we have quite a lot of products to go through. I have my little paper with like the numbers and everything, so let's start with brow products. I have the Maybelline Tattoo Brow Pomade in the shade 01 Top. This is how she looks like. I'm wearing it today on my brows, and I like this because it's a little bit more cool tone than the other brow products that I have, but I think I'm gonna declutter it maybe even this month, honestly, because I've tried it today after like a couple days of not using it, or maybe a couple weeks, I'm not sure. I don't remember the last time that I've used it, but it's really dry. It's getting quite dry, and it was really hard to use it in my brows. Maybe I could try tomorrow to use it with a little bit of setting spray and like just make it a little bit more, just like a little spritz of something. Maybe that could help, but yeah, it's getting pretty nasty. It's definitely not gonna be with me in the next year. I will definitely get rid of it either this month or the next month. I'll see. Maybe I will try to use it a couple times now in the beginning of December, because as I said, I don't have any other cool toned brow products, and now I will try a lot of like blue eyeshadow palettes, and you know, the other brow products don't really go well with it. Also my hair are kind of getting a little bit more grayer as the cold weather approaches, so I might hold on to this for the next month as well, but it's definitely the last month. And I've started on 232 uses, and now we're at 238 uses, so I've used it 6 times only, because as I said, it's not my favorite anymore. Then I have the She Glam Brows on Demand 2-in-1 Brow Pencil. I've used this 18 times this month. I don't have any of the pencil left, and the calligraphy pen is like barely drawing anymore. Like, I don't know if you can see, but there's like, you have to actually like it takes a couple of tries before you get some pigment out of it, so I think this will be gone soon, so I will use it up, but yeah, it's not gonna last for a very long time. Then a couple blushes. I have the Berry M Fresh Face Cheek and Lip Tint in the shade Summer Rose, and we started at 53 uses, now we're at 63 uses, so I've used it 10 times, and I don't know if you can see, but there's nothing in there. There's just like a little bit here, because it kind of traveled there, but just at the walls of the product. So I think I will be able to use it up in December, because last time that I used it, I had to actually like really squeeze it to get something out, so I don't believe that there's much more uses. So I will hopefully declutter it next month, or like in December, which I'm very happy about. It took so long, like for such a small product, it took so long. Then product that I don't think I will actually use up anytime soon, because I feel like every time I have this idea that it's already running low, there's more product coming, so I don't know. And it's the She Glam Day Glow Blush in the shade Float On. And we started at 37 uses and now we're at 46 uses. So I've used it 9 times. I have it today as well. It's a really nice kind of mix between blush and a bronzer, in my opinion. It's a very nice shade that kind of just gives you a little bit of color, and because I don't have any self tanner on right now and it's like I'm getting really pale as the cold weather approaches, this is nice when I want to have a little bit of color, especially when I do more like a warmer looks, and I've been really enjoying that. So this one is great, really like it, and I still have product left to try to use up. Then another blush is the Revolution Fast Base Blush. Sorry, I mistake it every time. And this is in the shade Peach. This is how that looks like. I haven't used it at all this month. I've been focusing on the pinky blush from Very M and on the orange blush from She Glam, and I haven't touched this at all. I will try to touch it this month though, because it's a nice like everyday blush, and it's not as warm as the She Glam blush, but it still gives you a little bit of that warmth. It's kind of that like more neutrally warmth. So I will try to use that one in December. We started, so yeah, we started at 20 uses and we're still at 20 uses. Then I have the Unearthly Blush and Highlighter Duo. This is from the Theara Collection. I haven't used it that much. I've only used it in the Devour palette and the Fall Magic palette review video, and then like a couple times since, but not that much. For the blush, we started at 2 uses, now we're at 6 uses. And for the highlighter, we started at 1 use and now we're at 5 uses, so I've used both of them 4 times. Not together though, I usually don't use them together because this is like very goldy and this is very cool toned. And for me, those really don't go that well together. The blush, for me, it's a bit skippy, but I don't use foundation, and my sunscreen is a little bit not sticky, but it's not completely matte, right? So it's just that kind of like a satiny skin-like finish. And for me, I think this works better either if I powder my cheek and then use this, or if I mix powder with this on the brush. But it's still kind of skippy, and it's I don't know, it's just a little bit too cool toned and a bit too dark for me. So I might buy different blush from them and put it here eventually. The highlighter, I'm wearing it today. It's a really nice highlight. It's a bit chunkier than my other highlighters. It's a bit more like glittery. Well, not glittery, but it has a little bit of particles. But it's a really nice one. It's kind of like a goldy color that kind of looks a little bit green in certain lighting, or kind of like yellowy maybe, and it's a really nice shade. I like that one. So yeah, I might buy different blush and put it in this compartment eventually, just because I don't think this blush really works for me, but the highlighter I really like and I will use more, especially since like I feel like these golden blushes are quite popular for like Christmas makeup, so I will definitely get some uses out of it in the next month as well. Then for another highlighter, I have the She Glam Chroma Glow blush, and this is in the shade Flying Comet. We started at 31 uses, now we're at 38 uses, so I've used it 7 times. I quite like this highlighter. I have to mix it with liquid blush to kind of, I don't know, I feel like it blends into the skin better if you mix it with a blush. And this one, because it's white based, it has like a lot of, it's very white before you blend it out. It creates kind of like a white streak on your cheek if you don't mix it with a bit of blush. So that's just my only complaint, but I've used it 7 times and I do like these Chroma Glow blushes. This one is kind of like purple to green shift, and it's beautiful, especially when I was using it with the Berry M blush. This has such a nice like undertone that you can see both the pinky purple and the green shift with this highlighter. So I've been really enjoying that. Then I have the Essence Multitask Concealer. Mine is in the shade Peach Ivory, so the shade number 10. And I'm gonna try to show you this. I only have this much product left. I've used half of the product already, which I'm very happy about. I don't love this compartment, but I do like the color and I do like the effect and like the overall look of this concealer. I'm wearing it today, and it's a very nice kind of natural concealer that's not too drying. It's also not too liquidy, so you don't have to worry about like about it moving, and it's self-setting. So I love it, but I just hate that it has this like brushy applicator, and you have to like click this, like kind of like screw it, and it's a bit messy, and I don't like that part of it. But I've been using it every time I'm here at my parents' house, and we went from 9 uses to 27 uses, so I've used it 18 times, so pretty much like half of the time. The other times I would use the Maybelline Super Stay Concealer that I have at my dorm. I pretty much don't use any other concealers at the moment. So that's that. Then there are two mascaras. I have the Rimmel Extra Super Lash Mascara, which I'm also wearing today. I don't love this mascara, but I can't seem to be able to use it up. We started at 44 uses, now we're at 62 uses, so I've used it 18 times this month, and this is immortal. I can't get to the bottom of this. There's still so much product out, which I hate because it's not my favorite mascara. It's a little bit too goopy, liquidy. Lately it's been a bit better because it's like older and it's starting to dry up, but I don't hate it enough to throw it away, but I don't love it enough to be like happy about using it. So it's just kind of annoying product, and I want to get to the bottom of this. So I will try to use it a couple times in December, and then I will throw it away, even if there's gonna be product left, because I don't love this product. It's just okay, you know. It's just kind of, it makes my lashes black, and I don't know if you can see it, but it doesn't really separate them. It actually clumps them together quite a bit. So not my favorite, but I can't get rid of it. It's just, it doesn't want to go. And then the other mascara I don't have here with me because it's in my empties basket. I've been able to use it up, and it's the I think it's Maybelline, no, Rimmel, I think it's Maybelline Falsies Surreal mascara. It's kind of like that purpley mascara, and we went from 30 uses to 41 uses, so I've used that one 11 times, and as I said, it's in my empties now. Then I have the Suva UV Taffy's palette. This is the water activated liner palette. Here is how that looks like. So you have 5 neon pastel liners. I've been trying to get more into colorful liners again. I've only used this palette 7 times, so not that much, but I'm trying. I'm really trying to, you know, be more creative. I haven't had that much time to actually mess with eyeliners lately, but I'm trying to get more into it. Then I have two lip products, kind of. It's actually like 7, but first lip product is the V Cosmetics lipstick in Punk AF. It's this kind of like, I think it looks slightly pinkier on the camera, but it's like a true red. I've only used it twice. I always forget to use this lipstick. I don't know why, but it's just, I always forget about that. I will be trying to use it more. I feel like I could for like the 8th time in a row. I could put this into the next month, monthly like shop my stash. For some of the Christmas looks, I could force myself to use this. It's not that I hate how it looks on me, it's just, first of all, this is very matte lipstick, so I only use it when I know I'm not actually going anywhere, because this just, after a certain amount of time, it starts creasing and like pilling in the center of the lips, and it's really hard to keep up with the appearance of this. And this is, I don't know if it just started to happen, because I feel like I liked this a little bit more when I got it, but now I've worn it a couple days ago, and when I wanted to go for the second coat, like once it started to like peel a bit, it was like I wasn't able to layer this on top of the first layer, and I had to like take the entire lipstick off. So, which is not very practical if you're out and about. It's just, it's not possible to keep up with it, because I would have to remove my lipstick and then reapply this, because it just doesn't want to layer on top of the first layer. So only used it 2 times. And then I have the Unearthly lipsticks. These are the lipsticks from the Theara Collection. I am wearing 2 of them right now, and I think you can tell. So it's the green matte lipstick in the shade Yummy, and then the multi-chrome lip gloss in the shade Predator. So it's this one. I'm wearing both of these. I love them. It's very different from what I normally wear. I'm usually more like a neutral lip type of girl, but the green one for some reason works, and for the reason is that I have kind of greenish eyes, and with my with my hair color and everything, I feel like this actually works, and it doesn't look that crazy. I definitely feel more crazy when I have like black lipstick or something. The other lipsticks, I really like the other gloss, the pinky one called Havoc. I love the lip oil. It's called Ruin. It's kind of like a berry color. On the lips, it doesn't have any color, and it's beautiful. I love it. It tastes amazing as well. It smells amazing, and it's just great. And there's this beigey color. I think I've used this one the least. But yeah, I love all of them. And the shade Chomp, which is like grayish color, I've used that one a bit as well. I like them. I think my favorite is the lip oil. For the satin or like the matte lipstick, I'm not sure if they're satin or matte. I think they're more satin. They don't completely dry down. They tingle a little bit when I use them on my lips. Not tingle in a like plumping way. It's just, I think there's something that like makes my lips react. It does disappear after a while, but it does tingle a bit for some time. And in total, I've used these lipsticks, the Devour lipsticks, 14 times. I wasn't counting each of them separately, just as a whole. So 14 times for that. And then I have palettes. So we're gonna start with the Cosmic Brushes Gothic palette. I love this palette, but unfortunately I've only used it twice this month. We went from 8 uses to 10 uses, which I was hoping that I'm gonna use it more, but there was so many releases and so many things that I was playing with, so I didn't actually have that much time. But I think 10 uses isn't that bad either, considering that this is my second month of owning it. Well, I have it for like a month and a half. I think I got it in the middle of October, so I think 10 uses isn't that bad for a palette that is only like a month and a half in my collection. Then I have the Colourpop Sprinkle a Little Magic Tinkerbell palette that I bought last year. I've only used this one 2 times. We went from 22 uses to 24 4 uses, but I was able to get pan in this shade, which I am so happy. It's called Pixie Dust, and this is palette that I am planning to panning at some point, so it just makes me really happy that I actually was able to get it there. And yeah, so didn't use it that much, but we're making progress with it. And also, like, it's very monochromatic, and I have so many green palettes, and I was trying to not do the same kind of look. I'm saying as I'm wearing literally the same green look that I had. I think even I probably had green look in the Shop My Stash video for November, actually. I think maybe I even wore these lips, now that I think of it. Or maybe it was like a empties video, I don't know, but I think I had similar look in one of my other like monthly videos. So yeah, I don't want to wear the same thing, even though apparently I do. And I'm very particular with the greens in my collection, and I pretty much use the same tones of greens all the time. Then the next palette is the Salman palette from Odins Eye. We went from 45 uses to 48 uses, so I only used it 3 times. I've mentioned in my autumn palette recap video that I wasn't really feeling like using it, or just I kind of forgot about this palette. And every time I wanted to use some of these shades, I kind of found out that I have them in different palettes that are newer and that are like maybe a little bit more exciting for me to use. I still like this color story, I don't know what's going on with me. But I want to keep using it because there are a couple of shades, especially in the matte section, that I could ban eventually. And that kind of makes me intrigued, so I have to give this more spotlight, more time to shine. But yeah, used it only 3 times. Then I have the Legend of Korra. Again, I didn't use it that much. I think it's also because there just was so many things that I was trying to go through this month, and so many releases and like reviews that I was doing. So we started at 25 uses and now we're at 27 uses. I've only used it twice. One of the looks is this one because I was using these matte greens and this dark kind of grayish green shade. So only 2 times. I still love this one, and I will definitely use it more for in the winter, because the blues here are just insane and gorgeous, like the blue matte shades. So I will get some more uses out of this. And like, I bought this palette this year. I think I got it like, it was like end of spring, and I already have 27 uses on her, so I don't think I'm using it too little. It's just lately I haven't had that much time, but I've been using this one so much in summer, so I don't feel that bad about it. Then the next palette is the Makeup Beauty Shop in collaboration with Martha's Makeup. This is the Serpent palette. I've been using this one quite a bit. This month we went from 31 uses to 38 uses, so I've used it 7 times. I've made a video lately with this one using mostly like the purpley shades. I think it was like a rainy day inspired look. I think that's how I called it. And I've also been using this one in my review of my new Makeup Beauty Shop single multi-chromes. So if you want to see some of my new shades from this brand, I will link it in the little card. And yeah, I really like Mika as a brand, and the shimmers are just insanely good. So that's 7 uses here. Then palettes that I was reviewing this month are the Unearthly Devour palette and also the Fall Magic palette. So for the Devour palette, we went from 2 uses to 10 uses, so I've used it 8 times. This is how she looks like. I especially love these three like iridescent shimmer shades, like the kind of highlighty iridescent shades, and this green, the kind of poisonous green. My favorite shades in this palette. I love the other shades as well, but I kind of miss that there's no like mid-tone or like mid-depth shade, both in the mattes and in the shimmers. Like you have kind of pretty light matte and then the rest is really dark. You have extremely light shimmers and then extremely dark shimmers, and there's nothing really in between, which I would maybe appreciate a little bit more. But I mean, these four shades definitely make up for everything. Like if this palette only have these four shades, I would still buy it. The rest of the slots could be empty and I would still buy it. So that's the Devourer. And yeah, used it 8 times. And then Fall Magic, I've started using it on the 1st of November, I believe. So we went from 0 uses to 10 uses. So I've used it 10 times. This is how she looks like. She's stunning. For me, this has really beautiful shimmers. Like definitely I love the shimmers here more than in the Devour because they're all kind of multi-chromy and they're all just gorgeous and shiny and just metallic. Gorgeous. I know I said gorgeous like 4 times right now. The mattes are a bit more muted neutrally matte, so I actually a lot of the times I would mix the Fall Magic palette with the Devourer, especially for the mattes. The kind of great looks that I like, but I love the formula of Unearthly. I think both the shimmers and the mattes are just really stunning. These two palettes I think will be more like my everyday like neutrally palettes, even though they're not really neutrally, but the looks that I've created don't look as extremely loud. Even if I use the most colorful shades, I feel like it doesn't look as loud as my other palettes. So for like more work appropriate looks, I mean, I'm the type of person that would wear this as a absolutely normal day appropriate, like work appropriate look. So that's kind of maybe that's just me, but I really find these palettes to be very easy to use, very easy to wear out for like work and other occasions. And then the last palette, which is also a palette that I'm wearing today on my eyes, is the Merry Christmas palette from Odins Eye. I am wearing the 3 green shades at the top. So this in the inner corner, this on the lid, and this kind of as like a transition shade. And this is how she looks like. I haven't used it all that much. We went from 56 uses to 60 uses, so I only used it 4 times this month. And a couple times just for the black to use it as an eyeliner, but I don't count that as a use. I only count it in the individual shade, but not for the full palette count, because it's just I just use it for eyeliner. So I feel like that would be, it wouldn't be accurate of me to count it as a real use of the palette. But yeah, this month I think what I managed to do is get a pan here and here. It's kind of hard to see, but I think there is a teeny tiny pan in both of these shades, which makes me happy. So there was a little progress, even though I haven't actually used it all that much. And I will obviously be continuing to use it in December and on, since it's my project pan palette. So that's all for this month. These are all the products. In total, when it comes to the palettes, in total I've used them 36 times this month, which is quite a bit. Obviously, if you're kind of wondering why it's 36 and you're thinking that doesn't add up, I usually use more than one palette to create a look. This look is an example. I've used 2 palettes for this, so that's kind of where the number comes, especially since I also was using other palettes that I was reviewing or other products that I was reviewing, so it's not all just these palettes, and I was usually using them either with each other or with other palettes. So let me know if you have any of these products, if you did use them this month, and let me know if you do count how much you use certain products in a month, or if you also participate in the Shop My Stash project. So that would be really nice to know. And let me know if you've used up any of these products that I've mentioned. That would also be nice. Especially this mascara. Let me know if you've ever been able to use it up, because I'm starting to doubt if it's actually like possible. It's like, oh, she's just really annoying me at this point. So yeah, let me know about that too. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have a great day, and I will be very happy to see you in my next video. So bye.